What's up, everyone? Another episode of the Double Trouble podcast. I'm Nunn Gaming. Bunny is here with me.
That's the one.
That's the one. I'm gonna do that every week, man. Just do like an intro, Bunny. Before we get into the news, like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you all so much. Check out my channel and my Twitch stream. I'm being like RoboCop. I'm just doing a whole bunch of crap.
Links will be down below.
Yes, and we have got. Boy, do we have topics. Boy, do we have a ton. Lead us off, my man.
Well, as people, I'm pretty sure everyone knows, I'm a huge Halo fan. So, yes, that's true. I mean, if you can see in the background, you see Master Chief, the Funko, and also another Master Chief, just a outfit. You know, I'm all for the Master Chief, and like I said, Halo's my favorite game. So when I heard this, I was so excited. Apparently, a former 343 Industry developer has leaked out the information that next Halo game has already been in development since April 2022.
Whoa.
Which means they've been at it for some time. And I can tell you this much, I'm excited. I actually liked the Halo Infinite. I thought it was a fun concept.
I was going to ask, did you like the TV show that was already out? I think it's
God, no.
No?
That was garbage. I mean, even though there's a second season coming up, but that's for a different time. But you know, that was just horrible. That's not Halo. That's just a Balo. That's what you get when you order Halo from Wish or Alibaba.
Someone told me, and I'm gonna crap on Starfield here. Sorry, but someone told me that Starfield is sort of like Mass Effect Wish.
There are yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, the fact that one's getting a second season, unless they do a drastic change. Yeah. But yeah, no, the fact that the Halo game's coming out, like I said, I'm just excited because Halo fan.
Right, absolutely. I played a little bit of Halo growing up here and there. I'm still kind of waiting for a Gears of War movie. That was sort of like my thing. I guess if we're talking TV shows, this is just a little plug. Last of Us 2 is actually coming out next year. So you and me, we both like that show. Yeah. I'm sort of interested. I've wanted to watch Halo. But I've heard so much crap on it. That's like
I would say don't, because the whole mystery behind Master Chief was, you know, who is he? Like, you know, the looks and all that. And in this series, he was, I swear to God, I barely saw Master Chief in his helmet rather than out. He was like majority of the time he was out, you know, without his helmet.
Even I know, like, Master Chief, his big thing is like the helmet, right?
Yeah.
Even I know.
And then this one, like I said, the story is like they really don't know what Halo is about. They just try to make their own weird story, which ended up being a disaster. Yeah. And well, like I said, let's see what happens in season 2.
For sure. And, you know, like with video games being transitioned into TV shows and even movies, it's kind of a hit and miss sort of deal. Last year we had Last of Us, which was good. Super Mario was good. Castlevania was good. Twisted Metal was good.
Yeah.
But you think about it, those are like, and there was one more I can't remember, but there was only those 4. And meanwhile, there was a big ton of video games that were transitioned to TV shows and movies that didn't even see the light of day. Like, they were just horrible.
Well, one thing we can agree on is that Netflix's The Witcher season 3, you know, was just.
Yeah.
That's for another time.
It started so good. It really did. And then
like I said, we'll take that another time.
Yeah, we'll talk about that another time.
But we do want to let everyone know, you know, make sure you leave us a comment down below. Are you excited for the new upcoming Halo game? And are you excited for the Halo Season 2 that's coming on Paramount? Let us know down below in the comments.
All right, let's switch gears here. We're going to do some one of Bunny's favorite things, controversy. What the hell is up with Twitch and its nudity guidelines? Like,
What guidelines?
oh. So according to reports, they have a new guideline now of nudity where if it's artistic, it's fine, but if it's not, then you can get in trouble. Like Twitch
Selective
is
nudity.
yeah, selective nudity. And apparently there is you're allowed to show underboob. Apparently, no, it's fine. Twitch used to be a gaming thing, right? Like we used to
Mm-hmm.
be able to do. We talked about this. We won't talk about it too much, from especially from last week. But this is a place that used to have like music, art, video games, news. It's becoming OnlyFans free, pretty much,
Mm-hmm.
like a second version of OnlyFans. And yeah, I stream on it, but I don't matter. It don't matter because you'll have some girl who's in a hot tub and she'll get like and I look aside from me, there's people that I know that stream on Twitch that play games and has an art and music and they're fantastic. They do not get recognition, and it kind of blows my mind that some girl in a hot tub will get say like 2 million followers or subscribers, and meanwhile these people who are great artists get nothing. The guideline is dumb. They should just no nudity. Period. Like what's like, but what do you think?
So again, Twitch, I'm sorry to say, but whoever's, controlling everything, that guy needs to get fired straight away.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, just a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, it was all that, oh, anyone that does a hot tub will get banned. People got banned. But then when they saw that, oh, these people are making money for us, you know what? Let's unban them and
Yeah,
let's
they
make this a
did.
thing.
Yeah.
But remember in the last episode the first episode we did, when we talked about controversy, and we said that if you make profit, you're worth it. If you don't make any profit, you will get banned, because that's when your guidelines will start to kick in. If nudity is artistic, what means, like, how can you define if it's artistic or not? That means anyone can go nude and call it art.
To be
And if
fair,
you
like I'm
turn,
not
if you
like
hang on, I just want to answer this one. If
yeah,
you turn around, if Twitch turns around and bans them, they can say that your body, you're body shaming me. You are, there's a lot of loopholes in this. So Twitch, you are screwing yourself so badly. It's ridiculous. You are, like I said, I mean, I'll just throw the word mixer out there. So if anyone knows Mixer and what happened,
like yeah, that's you know what I was gonna. That's a good way to end it, like right there, because I was gonna say something. Just check out Mixer. That's all. Just remember Mixer.
that answers your question right there. There's your controversy ender right there. Mixer.
Speaking of, our this talk right here of nudity and the guidelines kind of ties in with your next topic.
Yes.
A little bit, right?
This episode is turning out to becoming amazing. We're just on a roll right now. It's like we just choose topics without even discussing with each other, and then we just see how they end up correlating with each other. But the next topic that we're moving on to is a little bit of an interesting one, which is Xbox is now banning people that are recording those raunchy hot scenes in Baldur's Gate 3. Whether it's for personal use, because some people do that kind of stuff, whether it's because they're posting it on YouTube or anywhere. I'm not judging, but you are basically getting banned. So please, be considerate.
Yeah.
It's just a game. Don't get too excited.
No, and you know
don't
what?
record it. Don't upload it. I mean, fine.
Xbox has got to watch, because like it or not, whether gamers like it or not, like the 30 to 40 majority, we're not the only gamers around.
Nope.
There's kids that are like 10 years younger, and they will go on YouTube and they'll watch stuff on YouTube. And if they see a clip of, say Shadowheart and the main character, having sex or whatever, and that scene's on there, like, and you get banned for it, you can't complain about it because you're the one who uploaded it, you're the one who got in trouble. And meanwhile, these parents are like, hey, I fully get it. I really do. That these
In
people,
other words, this ain't Twitch.
this ain't Twitch. No, this ain't Twitch. And look, I understand to a degree if you want to save those scenes, fine, whatever. Okay, I get it. Don't upload them.
Yeah.
And don't complain if you get banned because you decide to upload them.
Yeah.
But let's move on to something a little lighter.
Before we do that, we need to add, you know what? Leave a comment down below. Did you record it? Were you one of those people that recorded? We want to know. There's no judgment here. I'm not
No, there's
judging
no
you.
judgment.
I mean, we are secretly pointing fingers at you and laughing, but we're not judging. So leave a comment down below and let us know. Did you do it?
Yes. Let us know. Did you do it? We know you did.
We know, but you might as well just,
We know.
be upfront about it.
Yeah. Let's move on. Let's move on to something a little lighter, I think. And Hogwarts Legacy, best-selling game of 2023.
100%.
I actually bought the game just a couple weeks ago. I haven't played it at all yet, but been stuck on RoboCop. But best-selling game of 2023 doesn't win any awards. Doesn't get nominated for any awards. Let me know in the comments what you all think of this. Best-selling game doesn't even get nominated for nothing. So the question is it so good that it's bad? Like, or is it so bad it's good? You know that kind of fine line? Like, I gotta play this because it looks so cool. And then you start playing, it's like, oh my God, this is repetitive and this is boring, but I can't put it down because it's so repetitive. And does that make sense?
So I remember buying this game when it came out. I had pre-ordered it because, let's be honest, it looked really like the last Harry Potter game we had was that
Disaster.
disaster of whatever that shooter thingy was that you just hold your wand and it just shoots out. Whoever thought of that was, I swear, like you, my friend, need help. But yeah, so when the trailer came out for this, when the gameplay and stuff like that, this game just garnered my interest like no tomorrow. And I pre-ordered it, and when it came out, I played it. It was amazing. It's like a perfect. Now, the only thing I didn't like, again, was that it didn't have multiplayer in it. I don't know.
Right.
I like that multiplayer aspect of games.
It makes sense a little bit.
Yeah, I would have loved it if there was a multiplayer game. Second thing I didn't like was that there was only 1 year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you're only in one. I mean, it would have been nicer. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna maybe do it like, you get year, next year like that. But it would have been nice to start from the beginning and at least have a little bit to it.
Okay,
But the
don't spoil it
game,
don't spoil it too much because I haven't played it yet.
oh, I'm spoiling it all. I'm spoiling it all. At the end, there's a credit scene.
Yeah. But
So
but apparently with how successful it was, best-selling game of 2023, rumor is that there is more spin-offs coming, which makes sense. Best-selling game of 2023 really makes sense.
100%.
So my question is actually this, and leave a comment. See, let me know if I'm right or wrong on this. With who's the writer? J.K. was
Rowling.
Rowling? With her views, like remember when the game came out and she had these really controversial views.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think people bought this game just to support her? Just to kind of say, we don't, just to kind of say, we agree with you. We're buying your game because we agree with you. Do you think
No, I actually think that, you know what? Because look, the world of the lore and everything of Harry Potter is just so amazing. Anything that, even let's be honest, when, Fantastic Beasts, even though like the last two have been disappointing, but still people get attracted to the whole magic and all that, creatures, and the fact that you could free roam, not just in Hogwarts, but surrounding areas and everything. I think all of that added together, it just made it a must-have for everybody, because I think the more we enter towards, the future, people are embracing that magic, the fantasy, and people are like enjoying it more and more. So I just think it was a perfectly well-made game, and that people wanted it because they were just waiting for something to, fulfill that magical lore aspect.
Makes a lot of sense. I don't know how the game did not get any nominations at all.
That was a shock.
That's a little bit weird. Best selling game doesn't even get nominated for best act. Nothing. Doesn't even make sense.
That's a shocker. I do agree.
It is, yeah. Um, Talking about Hogwarts Legacy being a game that just kind of came out of nowhere too, and sort of like I don't want to call it an indie game, but it really wasn't. Like we didn't even. I don't even know who made it. I don't know who, but we're talking about like with Hogwarts Legacy being sort of like under swept under the radar. Your next topic is a lot of indie games that are actually garnering more interest than AAA titles in
Under
2023.
absolutely now. I'm pretty sure a lot of people realize now. Before there was a time where indie games were barely getting any sort of recognition, maybe like a few hundreds or like that. And these used to be some amazingly beautiful games, but it was all about the AAA. It was all about the
Yeah.
big game, And I think 2022 to 2023, a lot more people a lot more people started searching up indie games. Indie games was more searched than AAA games. What is the latest indie game coming up? What, all this stuff. It became an indie game kind of mania where people wanted to see what's the new cool indie game that we can play. So it's
Well,
really nice to see that people are now giving these talented developers and all that the recognition they deserve.
one game that I've talked about at length is Baldur's Gate 3. Lorient Studios is not a full time. It was not a big developer.
Yeah.
Like people got to remember that this was a company that started with Divinity: Original Sin 1 and 2. These were very small games.
Yeah.
They were, and Baldur's Gate 3 and or not sorry, not Baldur's Gate 3. Lorient Studios is very much a small company compared to say Sony and
Yeah.
Capcom and all these other big. This is in contrast, it's an indie game company to a degree.
Okay.
But I know what you mean by indie games. There's games like Cocoon that's actually pretty fun. I've played it. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh man, like this is great. There's so many different indie games out there, and if you just stick with AAA titles, you're gonna miss out on a lot. Like you're gonna
Yeah.
miss out on tons of games. Um, yeah, I know what you mean though about indie games just kind of like sweeping the scene because there's a lot of AAA games that were kind of disappointment. I hate to
100%.
I hate to say it.
A
Um,
hundred, I think, and that disappointment kind of helped these indie games as well
yeah,
because people started showing more interest in them. Like, you know what? They kind of, I think it just got to a point where people were like, you know,
you were
and all of a sudden you get like indie games with such, deep storyline, fun gameplay, not, I wouldn't say repetitive, but replayable, replay value, all that stuff. So, you know what? Like I said, I'm really happy. It's a really happy scene that indie games are getting that recognition.
they do deserve it. These guys,
Yes.
these people work hard.
It's
They
not easy making a game. I mean, nowadays
oh
there's apps for it, but these are people that are sitting and dedicating their lives,
yeah
hours and hours to making a game. So well on everybody, and
yeah.
congratulations to people for, supporting them.
One game I think about, Sea of Stars, right?
Yeah,
That's an indie game.
that's an indie
Love
game, 100%.
love that game, and it
Yeah,
sold about 4 million copies.
yeah,
Great game, really great game.
100%.
Yeah. All right, let's finish off here, and maybe should I sing with this topic? I don't know.
I think you should sing with this topic.
um, so let's do some backstory here. Video Game Awards came out. There was a song called Herald of Darkness from Alan Wake 2. Never played Alan Wake 1, never even heard of Alan Wake 2. Was watching these awards and I hear the song and I'm like, I love this thing. Like this was such a good song. I don't know if you've heard it there, man, but
I
it's
have.
it's a great song.
So
And I'm
unlike
thinking,
you, I've played the game.
yeah. So, well, to be fair, the music actually got me interested in playing Alan Wake 1 and then Alan Wake 2. But I decided to watch the scene of like, okay, where did this thing come from? It's a 20-minute video on YouTube, and it's gameplay with the music playing.
In the background, yes.
Yes, and the actual lyrics and the actual words and the actual tune. And I'm thinking, this is really sweet. Well, there's a report now that more AAA games might be adding more music like this like it did in Alan Wake 2. And I wouldn't mind it. I really wouldn't. I watched a Persona 5 Broadway play, and it just felt kind of neat to see these characters sing parts. And I'm thinking, you know what? This could work. If it's done right, it could work. What do you think, man? Would you care if AAA games or even indie games start adding like musics, musicals in their games? Would you care?
The only thing I will care about is the editing we'll have to do because there's going to be a lot of mute scenes when we upload these to YouTube and all that due to music copyright, you know? So, I mean, if you're just playing it and not planning to record or edit, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm all down for it. But editing, and if you're like, planning to make a gameplay, like a let's play or whatever, review, and you have that scene,
live
if it's
stream or
more than
whatever. Yeah.
15 seconds, holy hell, which means that you either have to mute that audio, which means you mute the game, or you just, in the settings, you mute the music.
Yeah.
And it kind of doesn't have the same effect. So it's just that
No.
unless there could be a, agreement that when this particular scene comes up, Twitch or YouTube or whatever, they will not put a copyright strike on you. I think
Yeah.
it's a great idea.
Yeah. There is a thing where some games now, I've noticed in a couple, RoboCop Cyberpunk has now got a copyright or a streamer mode, which means that you click that on, no music will play when you're streaming.
Yeah.
That would be an idea. That would be an idea because, and you know what, we're getting off track here, but I don't understand the obsession with YouTube and Twitch on what it is about music. Like I really don't. Like you're
So
playing.
it's basically they feel that you are stealing someone else's hard work without giving them credit. Now, I do feel like if you know what, if you could mention it in your description, if that person gives you permission,
Yeah,
but it's kind of like a gray zone. It's already online. It's already on the internet. People are using it.
yeah,
So, you when you post something online, and if you sit there and if you seriously sit there and think that it's not going to be used, you're naive. It's no longer
it is going to
2000
be
and
used. Yeah,
2010 where people would, eh, can I please use this? No, nowadays there's literally apps and websites that allow you to download songs from YouTube directly, whatever. What I'm saying is if you're putting your talent online, I think the right way would be to, allow people to use it as long as they give you that credit. So if they have it in the
yeah,
description, songs used in the video, blah, blah, blah. Let's say, Mr. Nunn sang Mary Had a Little Lamb, linked to original video right there,
right. Yeah, but
That's respect.
I know what you mean. Yeah, because or you have the streamer mode
Yeah.
where you
But
start
just the
coming.
song just doesn't play.
Yeah, you come along this scene or something, and then you have a button that says this song will play. Do you want to activate streamer mode?
Yeah. And then
But
you just turn it off. Yeah.
but yeah, I know what you mean though about like creators they want obviously you put out a song and if you try and take credit for that song, obviously that's not right.
No,
Uh,
100%.
but I don't mind the idea of having music in a AAA game. I really
Yeah.
don't. Some of
No,
my
it's
favorite
definitely, I
songs
think it's a great idea.
Some of my favorite songs are Persona songs from Persona 5. I mean, I think her name is Lynn something, and she does majority of the soundtrack, and man, is it ever good music. There's soft music, there's hard rock music. There's I
Hmm.
think rap as well. She does that so well.
Yeah.
So I love music like that, background, foreground, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. I really
Yeah.
am. And having like a full-on scene of maybe of like 20 minutes while you're doing a gameplay and there's some music playing, like go for it. I'm all for it. Well, that wraps up the Double Trouble podcast. We went through that fast.
We
we
had a lot of excitement today.
Yes, we did. Especially with me, I'm buzzing on coffee. So, but definitely like and subscribe to the channel. Let us know in the comments down below what you all think about the topics we discussed. Um, the nudity of Twitch and the guidelines, Halo, Xbox banning people, More music coming in video games, indie games, generating more interest in Hogwarts Legacy. Definitely check us all out. Like, subscribe, like I said. Check me out. I'm on Twitch and I'm on YouTube. Links down below. Take it away.
Well, everybody, thank you so much for staying with us throughout till the end. We do have an Easter egg surprise for you guys, which is that there is no Easter egg surprise. So surprise. No, but we will be, you know what? Leave a comment down below. What we will be doing is like the best comment. Leave a question, leave a topic that you want us to discuss. Best topic, we will put that in our video for next week. So, and we will shout out to you for bringing out those, amazing topics, and we look forward to them. And as always, thank you for.
I just want to clarify one thing though. There's no question that's off limits. So you have any question.
Except the raunchy scenes.
Except the raunchy scenes. We won't talk about
and the hot tub. We have no idea.
We've already talked about those.
You got to contact Twitch for all of
that. But that's all I want to say.
Yeah. Well, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for this week. Hope you enjoyed. Nunn and Bunny will be back next week, and we will be bringing out more controversial topics, which are so fun. And we will be bringing out some amazing, news, hopefully great ones. We look forward to seeing you next week. Stay safe, stay healthy. FollowTheX.